let me ask the panel something. What would an FGC code of ethics look like? Not necessarily a code of conduct, because that infers like an authority, but a code of ethics. What would that look like? What would that sound like? Would you be for that?
Let me
shower before you
The
come
first
to the
rule should be no physical contact.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
there we
simple.
go.
Force the bathe.
And that is freaking
Yeah.
already, like, that doesn't even apply.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, I think that would work. Yeah,
No,
no
it
physical-
doesn't apply because nobody upholds it. But if we have this thing and actually people step up and not just waiting for Mr. Wizard or somebody to make a pronouncement from the mountain, it has to start with the regular people.
In Joey's defense, it wasn't this past Evo. It was like maybe the one before that or before that. It was when MK was in the tournament, and or the first year MK was in the tournament, and there was some dude that lost, and he punched the other dude in the chest. He was out of there.
Damn.
What, you talking about the Evo?
Yeah.
No, that was the story. Actually, that's not the story. I was actually there for that.
Okay.
What had happened is Napalm from Vegas, this guy was taunting him, giving that "hit me, I'll sue Rocky" speech in Rocky 5 in the alley and shit.
Yeah,
and he kept doing it, and he kept doing it. And then this guy Napalm's like, "You touch me, I'm gonna hit you." And the guy just gave one of those like whatever and hit him with his stick as he walked by. And then Napalm said, "I told you not to touch me." So it was something that was lingering on for a while as well.
I think with the authorities, they should have, if we had a centralized authority, if we see something escalating, people have to step in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're talking about the FGC.
That's true.
And there ain't too many people, I'm sorry if they don't like it, I'm going to say, there ain't too many people with a spine to jump into a fight like that.
Well, here's the other thing. Like, people in the FGC, now, I'm not saying I'm any better, but if you see a fight break out, you think people are going to be more likely to cheer on and make side bets? Do you think that people are going to be like, all right, this needs to stop?
That's
to
the
be
problem.
honest, I think people
We would like to hope, that
I
people
think
stops
people
it. And when I seen it, people just hold each other back.
I can say from my personal experience, I've seen stuff where it would look like it was about to escalate, and people stepped in right away to make sure it stopped.
I remember there was an altercation at a Spring Fighter last year between Wolverine Master and Chris G.
Yeah.
So, yeah, people will actually jump in and actually stop it because they don't want any more negativity coming.
Actually,
I disagree, and I think we are culturalized now to this World Star shit. So I think 20 people will yell World Star and pull their cameras out and hope
you mean
it
like at
escalates.
Defender North when CJ and Flux had a little shouting match?
Yeah, but it stayed as a
That's all
shouting
it stayed
match.
as that. That's fine. That's what's all popping off.
Yeah,
But
Flux was
somebody
out.
in
That wasn't
chat-
popping off.
That
No.
It was
Flux
escalating.
That was just
that whole thing was going down. That was
not
CJ.
popping off. That was literally
Like, stepping up.
Yeah, no,
he,
that was
he was
legit,
about to
legit, yeah.
just fuck it. He, as CJ said, he just wanted a piece of everybody at that point because everybody was going in at him. He's like, I'm standing here by myself, and I'm not gonna back down because of you guys.
And
But
I
what did you physically
agree.
do?
I agree with what he.
Physical
If given the
altercation.
chance, he didn't hit him or nothing. But if it got to the point where if they had more words, it would have probably went physical.
Yes, it would have.
You say it was simmering. It was ready to pop.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
You
was
guys
very
think
ready.
Flux, you guys think Flux should have took the match or now?
Well,
Yes.
if CJ's story is true, and Flux said, "Hey man, it's okay to pause," and when CJ paused, then Flux said, "I'm taking the game." That's kind of scumbag.
I think I would take it if it was Evo. If it was Evo.
I don't know.
You should just take it. He should have just taken it.
Yeah.
He
should've
shouldn't have.
taken it.
He shouldn't have given the false hope.
He
Of
should've
he's
just
not going to
taken it.
take it.
It
Yeah,
didn't
he
even
should have
matter
taken
anyway. It was like, what, 2-0 anyway, right?
It was
It
2-0
was-
anyway, but the thing is, like, he could have given them, at least neutral stance.
Mhm.
Because if you go back and you watch it, they both retreat to a corner.
Yeah.
So that's why I understand why CJ is mad. He's not mad because he lost the match. If what he's
Did he
saying
lose
is
because
true,
of that? I didn't see that. Did he lose?
No,
because
he's
of
not
that?
mad.
No, he
He's
lost
not-
because of it. They forfeited the match.
right.
He
But the
fought-
thing is,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think he was mad because he lost the match. I think he was mad because Flux tricked him. That's what I think he's mad about.
Yeah, but
If the story is true.
Flux,
He did the trick of force too. Oh, the man had missiles coming at him.
No, he's not mad because
if I turn around to David and I say, "Look, David, we're in the middle of the match. My controls messed up. Back up to the corner. Let me just pause it and do that." And I think David says, "Yeah," and he backs up to the corner. After obviously he heard that portion of it.
Oh, my E was just up.
And then from that point, I paused the game, and David goes, "Good game, man. That's it. It's a wrap." I'd be pissed. I'd be like, "Yo, David, I thought we were tight. You know, we're all in the same community.
That's scumbaggy.
You're up 2-0. I'm done anyway. You know, give me that inkling of hope. We're not playing, guys, for $1 million prizes here.
It's a very small pot.
You know, these small pots.
He didn't need to put the reality show backstab. He could have stopped the match earlier.
Oh no, man! If you look at the video,
I saw it as part of the meta game, and the match wasn't over, and he actually tricked CJ into pausing, and I thought it was quite ingenious. You know,
Man, nah, that's
That's
the
kind of
match was not over.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
It's fucked up, but it's
it's not professional.
Okay, let's just say if his button
Hold
wasn't
on.
stuck.
How about this? Why don't we get it from the source? What's up, Cole?
What's up? How's it going, guys?
So have you heard the tricklings of this conversation? What's your interpretation of what's your version of what actually transpired?
He said that his controller was malfunctioning and that's why he dropped the combo. I said, okay, I'm sorry, I can't do anything about that.
So you never gave him any false hope at all.
Yeah, like if you watch the match, I went back into zoning immediately. I started shooting thunderbolts.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm shooting missiles at him immediately. Missiles are on the way. They're going to chip him out.
And you press start, and
he pushed start. I mean,
that's the reason why I said that they went to a neutral position because they both backed up. You could clearly see they both backed up.
But you know what? No matter
I'm not saying I went
how
to a
Flux
position.
played it.
I went back to playing the matchup.
Yeah.
But the matchup in that situation with Doom on Chip Life is trying to chip him out.
No. If that's the story, and I have no doubt to believe it, then CJ has no argument. He has no argument whatsoever. He lost.
He has no argument. You know what? It's your responsibility that your freaking controller works or not. That's nothing.
No,
Flux.
I respect
no matter what the hell Flux did, he couldn't have played it any right or wrong. You come in, your controller has to work.
On top of that, I at that point in a situation like that, I have only CJ's word that his button is stuck or that his controller is malfunctioning.
No. From you told me.
How do I know he didn't just drop the combo?
No. That's not important.
You wouldn't know that.
You wouldn't. Yeah, we wouldn't know that. But from you told me that you never gave him any false hope of pause, then he has no argument. It's done.
I think, from what I understand, CJ misheard what I said. That's it.
And that's pretty much from what I'm seeing. I told CJ, I don't think you were being malicious. I don't think you were taking the game to that level of, I'm gonna just fucking trick them into thinking. There wasn't this grand scheme. Mm-hmm. And you didn't get a light bulb in your head at that minute. He said, "My controller's stuck. Go cha-ching. Let me tell him to pause the game, and I'll jump up with the win." No, especially at that point of 2-0. But at the same time, I can also understand where he comes from and I told you this too. You guys, have gotten close over, since he was over here on the East Coast, and you guys were playing, and and I'm not going against you. But it's kind of like if I'm playing with my boy and I already know I'm going to body him. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know what? Let me throw this nigga a bone quick. Let me just get it out the way, throw him a bone, and give him the false hope. But unfortunately, you guys play a game where false hope can cause a lot of mayhem.
Yeah, in a game like Marvel 3, like if he actually gave him that game, and then okay, well look, I'll give you the game, and then we'll just play another one. Then momentum can completely swing away, regardless of the fact that you play 0.
Okay, there was never any possibility that I would give him the game. That is not something that would ever happen.
Martin Luther King weekend.
God, I thought you were gonna give this
really?
nigga
Mrjaha,
you're the worst.
Black party.
You're the worst, John.
Black party.
That's terrible.
You're the worst.
No, at best, he could go to neutral, and then that would have been it, and he would have gotten chipped out. And maybe it was a bad decision to take the game at that point, but
No.
you know,
But Flux,
on pauses, I take the game.
Somebody call Al Sharpton on Flux, dude. This is bullshit.
Hold up. But the thing about it is
that person and a racist.
Hey Cole, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
If it was me and you, would you let me reset?
No.
No, I would take that too. I have a great story about pause.
I told Cole a story about Evo. I don't know if you remember this, but I told him like at Evo 07 when they were doing ST on CCC2 on PlayStation. I was playing Laugh, and they banned T-Hawk stage. They're like, no, you can't do it. There's slow down. It's a messed up stage. Don't do it. So he picks Old Scott. I'm Balrog. We're sitting there. We're going through. We're halfway through the game where he's about to get chipped out on a super. He pauses the game immediately and goes, oh, we can't play this match. We're on the wrong stage. We got to back out.
Wow, them reality show.
Yeah.
Damn.
So and I look at him and I was just like, you just lost the game, right? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, you just lost the game. Like there's no. I got a TO involved. The TO's like, well, that was just one round, right? So just take one round off the next one and play again. I'm like,
I thought that's what it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be one round, but because Marvel has no rounds, you just lose the game, right?
The problem was in that situation, any possible ruling, like on a pause, you could either give a character or you can give a game, and anything that would have been given would have won me the match. So there's just nothing that could have been done.
No, but what Flux, from you explain the story where you said you didn't give him any false hope, and legally, even if you did give him false hope.
No, I could have said that, and I would have been a real scumbag for saying that.
Right, but you didn't give him, so he has no argument. He literally has no argument. No, he's just crazy. He's just crazy.
He's not crazy. He's hurt because he thinks that I wouldn't do that, but I'm always going to do that, and I will do that to anyone. It doesn't matter who.
No.
I respect that. I do the same thing.
He doesn't have a right to be hurt. He's hurt in the brain.
Where was he hurt?
Already got fucking 3-0, man. Like, Flux had it, period. Like, he was already 2-0. By the time he came down, he paused, and the freaking missiles was coming towards him. All he had to do was unpause, and the game would have been over. So it didn't even really make a difference whether if he paused or not, or there was something wrong with his controller.
Nah, he's just butthurt that he got his ass kicked on screen.
He got bodied. Just take it like a man.
I was very...
I want to be peaceful at first and make sure there's a set of rules laid aside that I can actually obey that ain't gonna make them cry.
Like some after-school specialist.
Why don't we go on Twitch and like broadcast my fucking sex tape or something?
Well, you know what?
No, thanks.
I already got that, so I'm gonna be broadcasting that on my 100th episode.
Oh god!
Wow.
You know what? I apologize to your parents on before you even go. I'm sorry, Noah.
No, I apologize for everyone here.
I failed.
I mean, but you guys brought up something earlier that was kind of
You should
important.
like title it like when you stream on Twitch, like my children going skydiving or something like that.
Oh man, hold your ears, Noah. What were you saying, Will?
Yeah, I was saying that you guys
totally
brought
forgot
up
about Noah.
Yo, hold up. You guys just brought up FGC ethics, though. I mean, and just talk about the whole situation. I mean, Immanuel Kant laid this shit out like in the 1800s about basically the categorical imperative, saying, I should not act in such a way, except that I can will that my maxim should become a universal law. Either way, the whole point being is if you want something to be a certain way, you have to act in a way to have it be the way everyone else is going to act. So what Flux did there is saying, if I'm going to take this match against anybody, who matter who you are, and hold that and be competitive and hold that shit down, then that is how everyone should play, and that works. You know what I'm saying? Because
if everybody plays cutthroat, which I mean, I hear the younger generation crying about, oh, I never got to experience the true arcade. Just be cutthroat. Just don't punch people. That's all.
When we're talking about the rules, right? I think we should still allow trash talk, but no mothers involved.
What I'm saying is,
I actually disagree with you on that.
What? You know, we're putting mothers? Nah, man.
Yeah, Let me tell you something. That's part of the game. Exactly. Now, if you take it to heart, like, I mean, I've had people that said, hold your ears, Noah. They've done things to my mom.
Oh, God.
You know, and I would come back with, like, and what does that do to me? Because you're losing. You know, I'm not going to take it to that level. I know you're messing with me. Mm-hmm. And I know when I used to play football,
right?
If I lined up against a black kid, the first thing I did is I said, you look like the dude that used to pick cotton in my field.
Whoa.
All
right. That's going overboard.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You know why? You know why? Because that guy at the end of the game, he knew damn well what I was doing.
I know.
Knew what I was doing.
Got to the end of the game.
Yeah. I'm surprised by that too.
I'm pretty sure that's definitely something in pro sports. 100%.
That's some fucking American History X shit right there.
No, let me tell you
You
something.
play, you win. No more blacks on the basketball court.
The whole thing is, though,
that's American History James MK is us American History X fucking basketball games and shit.
You know, I mean, even in football, you know, guys are like, guys have told other guys on the field, today's probably going to be your last game. I'm going to cut block you every time until I break your knee. Mm-hmm. And that's what they do.
No, I'm not saying they don't do it.
You know, and it's like, you know, that's the beast of the game itself. Now, again, you know, I mean, I use an extreme version there, but you can have that hype talk to the game, but at the end, you really, I mean, unless you really hate the guy, but you really got to kind of be like, you know, you got to get this camaraderie getting together. Just the fact that you go to some of these events where you're hanging out with the same geeks that you actually are. Where you don't have to feel like you're getting picked on when you're there. You know, everybody's on the same level playing field.
Yeah. All right, James, the reason why I said stop at mamas, for one reason, there's a famous Jamaican saying. How it goes again? Yeah. Dopey know who for frighten. Right? So in other words.
Right.
So, yeah, there you go. So, what it means basically is like, in other words, yeah, you knew you could say that to that guy on the football field, right? Yeah. And he would take it anyway. But you know, certain people, that's the line you don't cross. You know what I mean? And I
actually, no, because you know why? Because if he turns around and punches me, I'm going to laugh because I got my fucking helmet on. Second of all, you're getting tossed out of the game, and it's mission accomplished. Because if I'm doing it to a skilled player. I'm not doing it to a lineman that's like third string. I'm doing it to a first string running back.
But the thing is, you're proving my point. Dopey know who for frighten. You're not going to do it to a guy who can snap you in half.
You know, so I mean, but that whole shit talk again, Noah, which you know, his ears got to be like, hopefully not absorbing all this talk.
I gave up on that a long time ago.
You know, but it's like, it's part of this scene.
Yeah, but I mean, but here's the thing, though. You guys were talking before about, you know, just getting back to the ethics for a second. If you want everyone to wash your ass, just take, sorry, can't PG-13, take a shower before every tournament. You know what I'm saying?
We already know.
Most people don't do that.
Exactly. People don't.
I've been pushing for TLs to basically get either a sponsorship with Old Spice, Right Guard.
I will
Yeah,
say,
yeah, we were talking
I will
about that
say
over the weekend,
Apex
that
was
was
pretty
terrible.
good, except for that brawl corner. The brawl doubles corner was a little
Yeah,
funky.
the Brawls double corner is always funky.
It was
which is the
hell
reason why.
It was nasty.
It's quite funky.
No,
The
Everything
reason
else
why
was
I
good.
was happy where I was.
no,
Able to stink
but
motherfucker.
It wasn't even on the same level as NEC.
No, but here's the thing. Maybe they came in fresh. Certain people stink a little more after time, so they
Yeah,
need.
they came in fresh on Thursday, and they didn't shower until Monday.
Damn.
You guys gotta
That's how
understand.
it is.
You guys gotta understand.
That's bad.
Smashers love their friendlies. That's what they call casual games. They love their friendlies. They like to just sit there and play as much as they can. So if the tournament is still going on, which is probably the whole reason why that brawl side was pretty much disorganized, is because the two people running that allow the players to play friendlies in the middle of a tournament.
Oh, I see.
That make no damn
Let
sense.
me interject here for 1 second on a totally side note. Hey, Noah.
Yes.
I gotta ask you. Do you mind if I drop you from the call? Because I mean, I don't want to I don't want to contribute to you hearing all these potty words that these guys use, and I'm trying to keep this a very
we don't want to
holy
pollute your
channel.
soul.
So what I can do is, because right now it's what, like 9 o'clock there.
9:30 over
Yes.
there. Yeah.
So I could probably add you back in a little bit if you're still up. Just hit me up.
Oh,
But
okay.
I just don't want you. I don't want your parents knocking on my door, saying, "Why did you let my son? Why'd you basically pull a Clockwork Orange on my son and make him subjected to all this?"
I mean,
So I will add you back in a little bit, though.
Sorry, Noah.
Okay, bye.
All right, man.
Bye, sir.
James, you should be afraid of shame of your fudging self, man.
Yo.
How old is he? No, for real. How old is he? How old
He's
is he?
11.
I
11.
think like
11?
12. Whoa.
Oh, God.
I thought he was 12.
No,
You
he's
guys
11.
All right, now you
I talk to him all the
motherfuckers.
time.
Now you cocksucking motherfuckers.
I
All
live
right?
Calm your ass down.
What's funny is he's probably
Racist
sitting in the
virgins.
stream chat just watching.
I know. Now he's
Yeah.
watching it and hearing
He's
it.
like, "What's
so-
wrong with being a virgin? What the fuck?" Fucking Jaha.
Listen.
How you judging for?
Hey, listen,
It's all
Charisma One. It ain't my fault if he's using the word nigga.
It's the community.
I didn't. It's the community. That's a West
use
Coast.
that
That's
N-word a lot.
That's a West Coast word.
Well, I don't know, but you guys fucking messed it up, man. What the ras?
Anyway.
Hey, I didn't fucking anything, alright?
Now they're telling Noah to go watch Clockwork Orange. Yeah, that's what you want to do.
Oh,
That'll go well.
Worst thing in the world for him to watch.
But no, I mean, we do have to police ourselves. I mean, I understand that we want to have this. There should be an overall group, not one. We don't need a president. We just need a group of people that we can put in in positions, East Coast, West Coast, international, and put something together that sets a decent set of ground rules, where at the same time it allows players to be the articulate wise asses they want to be, but not have to worry about getting punched out, and how to act. I'm not going to tell guys don't go to an event and get destroyed.
You know what? To be honest with you, Evo, they run a tight ship. They have ground rules in place, and they they know what they want to tolerate and not tolerate. Even a couple years, more than a couple years back, somebody mentioned in the chat, like Dark Prince. Dark Prince had drama with Duck over whatever, and was on the forums talking about, hey, I'm gonna bring something shiny next time you see me. Don't know if that's like a knife or a gun or whatever,
lure.
right?
Fish lure, man. Fish lure.
So just
Rapist,
on that
say what?
basis, and his history, he was banned from Evo.
He's
and
never been banned. He's never been back since. It's a lifetime ban.
You know what? That year he was banned. He snuck into like Evo West and would, had a hoodie on and shit, hoping that he wasn't seeing him, and he was hiding in the corner playing fucking Marvel, and then fucking Joey saw him.
Hey, get him! And
fucking-
it's a chase scene.
He told the Cannon Brothers, and the Cannon Brothers are basically like a tournament. They're like, dude, I don't, so they just kind of let him be. But they run a tight ship and they are the authority of their own tournament. But the FGC has grown so much that there's so many tournaments. It's not their responsibility to regulate on every other tournament.
And it shouldn't be. Shouldn't be.
Yeah.
No, but they do have their little Illuminati meetings with all the other TOs, and they discuss things that's going on in the scene. And this is something that they should look into and say, look, while we're also talking about how we can grow the scene, and I've said this from day one, I don't give a crap if they make $1 million. They don't have to give $1 million back. If you walk out of the event saying, you know what, I'm in Vegas, I'm having a good time, I'm getting destroyed, I'm going to a titty bar, I'm probably going to a whorehouse, and I'm going to play some games.
Yeah.
To me, that's a vacation.
Yeah, in an imaginary world, maybe a council of fucking TOs, where they fucking get to meet together and talk about shit and how they can work together, and then things that they want to see and don't want to see in all the events.
But
would be a great idea, but would that happen?
I don't think so.
I don't.
Well, the problem now is there's too many TOs popping up. I mean, I'll tell you this: Defender North and Apex to me were besides. I'll tell you what annoyed me at Apex. Only one thing and one thing only. I'm in the lobby and it's a pair of goddamn socks on the floor. And I went upstairs, downstairs, I was drinking, I was coming down, and I was upstairs for about 6 hours, and I came down and those same goddamn socks are sitting in the lobby. And I was like, I'm not mad at the hotel, because they're like, I don't want to pick it up because it might be somebody's. I'm mad that somebody probably said, yo, my feet stink like ass, let me just take my socks off and walk around barefoot and infest the whole freaking hotel. And it's like, you wouldn't do that, I would hope, should I say, you wouldn't do that in your own house. So don't do it in a environment. I don't come down there with a shirt that says I fucked your mother. I try to dress somewhat presentable, and I try to, every day I shower, sometimes twice a day.
Oh, man, really?
Yeah. Oh, I think I take a second one because I'm sure there's somebody else that skipped theirs.
Damn.
We're talking about some hype.
But James, I love that. So you won't wear a shirt that says "fuck your mother," but you'll tell them "fuck their mother."
I'll tell you to fuck your mother because that's in the game. Look, if you play,
James would show you a picture of you and your own mom.
Only during gameplay.
Yeah, during gameplay. I'll send it right there.
And if I knock you out of the tournament, I'll be the first guy to offer you a shot.
I know. I'm
I'm just saying. My point is, it's like, when I, growing up playing sports, even in high school, one of the things was like the day before the game, you either wear the jersey. Some Catholic schools made you wear a tie and a suit, because you're representing the team in the school. We're not like down south where we didn't get 7,000 people, 10,000 people showing up to our high school games. We were lucky if we got the burnouts to sit and smoke in the bleachers while we were playing. But it was still kind of enforced that you had to be a certain way. And we don't do that. We just let everybody run amok, which is fun. 35 guys in a room, bad idea.
Yo, James.
And that's gonna happen again at some events.
It's always gonna happen.
Everybody, let's have an agreement. Next major, I think we all go to. We all show up in suits and ties.
Not gonna happen.
Why? I don't even know.
That's kind of stuffy.
No, I'm already part of Team Stylish Gamers. Like, you don't need to wear a suit and tie to be a stylish gamer.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Lord Knight always comes dressed nice. Always.
Lord Knight comes dressed properly. But most of these guys
that's the
in
mix-up.
FGC can't even afford a suit.
That's the mix-up. I play a cat girl, but see me on the street.
Speaking of which, Lord Knight, how's Aquapaza?
What? I didn't open it yet. I played in arcades though, so I know about that game.
All right.
So what other rules do you think should be enforced rules in this scene?
Maximum of 4 people in a room.
Agree.
Must use that shower.
I think not maximum 4 people in a room. How about no more than 10?
No, maximum of 4 people in a room. No. It's against hotel policy to have more than 4 people in a room. So we abide by the rules of the hotel that we use.
Fair enough.
4 people to a room.
Yeah, I get you. Fair enough.
I think more of a bigger problem.
Hotels you could probably get near there anyway.
I don't know how you're gonna regulate the whole dress code hygiene thing.
The hygiene thing you won't be able to regulate, but at least take a shower. Like,
no, I mean on the serious note, we can. I know the shower.
I'll tell you how to regulate it. The hotel knows every room that's booked by a member of the tournament itself. You get yourself a sponsor. You get yourself a sponsor when you come into that hotel. There's 10 cans of Axe body spray there. I don't care if you gotta put it on every 5 minutes, but it's there and you should use it.
When they check in, they get a gift bag of Old Spice body wash and deodorant.
That would actually be pretty cool.
I'm pushing for that for Winter Brawl.
I think a bigger,
really
more important ground rule.
I'm pushing for that at Winter Brawl.
Good luck with that, man.
Andre.
That's legit.
Yeah, word.
I think a more pressing issue at the tournament is fucking theft, dude.
I was
gonna
say
fucking
that's
caught stealing, dude. Fucking body bag, bro. Seriously, like
Apex did not have that much theft this year. I
That's
don't
great.
even think there was much.
What?
No, from what I know.
No. Last year it was.
Last year it was like 30 some odd Wii's that just turned up missing.
Wii's, iPads, iPhones.
Damn. Okay.
I think the only thing that came up missing this year was someone lost their wallet and someone's controller got stolen. That's it. That's the only two things I've heard.
Steals a controller.
That happened. Come on, those controllers cost like $35 to $60.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of money to those guys,
No, the parts. No, I bet it was one of those like rare ones because people try to like style and they get like the really rare like pearl white.
He's got glow in the dark
Mario
buttons.
ones. Like I had a Luigi controller when I played Smash. That's like $200. That green and blue one with a little L. It's like $200.
That's the one I got now.
That's funny. I sell the same thing for $40 in my store.
Dang.
If it's like the official Nintendo one, that's a $200 controller.
No, it's the official Nintendo one. $40.
I don't know. Bifu, maybe they should just hold the tournaments in Jamaica. Talk to the local area, Don, and nothing will be stolen. Because it controls all crime. So nothing will be stolen. If anything's stolen, somebody's going to die. So nothing will.
But nah, am I the only person who notices like on like during grand finals, so these shady motherfuckers who weren't there for like the first 3 days, who started milling around trying to pick up random things?
Yeah, I stopped a couple of those people.
Yeah, but that's the whole reason why you tend to like if it's a proper tournament, you tend to put stuff away.
Yeah, word. Because it's like DTN, some people had some sticks that were just laying about, and I'm watching these people just walk around. I'm like, yo, whose stick is this?
Yeah,
they pick that up.
I seen that. No, I seen that.
They kicked somebody out of Evo a couple of years ago. This dude he was around Evo. I remember because I was playing him on one of the like arcade cabinets, and he was like some grungy looking like hippie dude that was high as fuck, and he started going around to the systems and started taking out games. They called him
Sticks, man.
Gonna smoke some sticks, dude.
Sticks, man.
They caught him. They caught him with 30 copies of Marvel in his pocket.
Damn.
Because he knew the future.
So now, Mrjaha, at that point, is physical contact allowed?
I'd deck him.
Oh man,
that's it. Now I'm putting you on the spot. Theft. How do you deal with it? Because you're gonna have the cops come down, but you got to make sure he doesn't leave.
He's getting pinned.
It's a lot of work, man, to go the straight way on that, dog. Freaking.
He's getting pinned to the wall. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. We should all just get close and just block the view in the corner.
He's getting pinned to a wall.
And that's it. Yeah.
Whatever corner.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
That's it. Just huddle up.
I straight up spear is fucking
body blocking.
But don't beat him up too much. But make sure he can. Hit him with a phone book. Yeah.
So we all agree how we stand on the whole theft thing.
Wait a minute.
So theft is an immediate ban and immediate prosecution.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
How do you guys feel about the whole freaking Flash Metroid thing? We know that this guy freaking, screwed this guy over for the money.
Well, that's a personal matter between the two of them. That's between the two of them.
But now, again, wait. It's representative of our scene.
Oh, yes. That would fall into what you guys were talking before.
Does he deserve to...
Permanently banned until the money's paid back.
Oh, is that a money match?
I don't care. I don't care if he money matches the guy. I don't care if he money matches the guy for $7,000. You owe me $7,000.
He needs to square that up.
You square it up, or you're not allowed to show up to the tournament.
Yeah.
And you know what? That approach I agree with, because you're standing for the guy that freaking was nice enough to help the guy out and lend him the money.
Yeah.
Right. But supposedly that's all like legal issues now. Like the guy supposedly legitimately got like a
lawyer
order on him or something. Yeah.
Yeah, if he can show documents that he has that he owes him money, then yeah, he shouldn't be like traveling to tournaments.
Well, he hasn't been.
When was
the last time you seen him?
Well,
you haven't seen him.
He dropped out of the scene, I said, didn't he?
After AGE dropped him, yeah, I haven't really seen him.
Yeah, I think he said he dropped out of the scene or some shit like that.
Who is this fellow? No, sorry, it's
Flash Metroid.
Flash Metroid owes somebody money.
Yes.
Yeah.
From
Sounds
what
like
I've
that's
heard
almost
stuff
as bad
about
as
this.
like running a fundraiser stream and fucking keeping the money. You know,
Hey,
does that
let's not
person
get into
deserve?
that.
Yeah,
Does that person deserve
now.
to like be able to walk back into tournaments? You know, or even freaking stream? I don't think so. And just like how you screw
Shots
somebody
fired.
else in the community, you don't just like it should be a privilege, but it's not regulated. So this is where we're at. Now I noticed Chris G's there, or has he been AFK the whole
Yeah, he's
time?
right here.
He's still there.
Like chimed in on
Chris
anything?
is there. He's probably playing his Wii U.
Yeah.
Like playing Mario Party or something.
Nah, he's playing League of Legends, man.
Nah, he's not. He wouldn't dare touch that game.
He said he's going to Cali. He got a team, man.
He got a team.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Team
Got a
One.
team.
Team Super Friends. Team Super
I
Friends
heard
Unite.
They're gonna make a League of Legends character named Morgan after him.
I think
God.
another rule. I think another rule is which is something that is in the rule book, but should be stressed,
Enforced.
really enforced. Basically, bring your own equipment. Bring your own stick. Bring your own controller. And if it's a pad, please have that wire.
I think that's
No,
fair enough.
I
That's
think
fair enough.
non-wired should just be
100%.
banned.
Reason why?
Non-wired
Because
controller should just be banned.
Yeah, those remote
That's it.
pauses was a big deal, so that's why.
Yes, those remote
Non-wired
pauses.
controller should just be fucking banned.
You don't know how much I flipped out at VXG 2 years ago. Oh my goodness. Everyone in there had a wireless controller, and it pissed me off.
Yo, Tom's
I hate
rough. People can't afford no arcade stick.
No.
I understand that, but the thing is, you can desync the controller from a PS3.
It's not that hard. Yeah.
It's really not that hard.
I know.
No, but the thing is, what I'm wondering is, do the TOs allow it because they want more people to come in? Like the guys who just came last minute. I was like, oh.
No.
Or they just don't enforce
Well,
it.
didn't
DTN, they were
didn't
enforcing
Next
that
Level
like
ban
crazy.
wireless controllers?
Yes.
Did Next Level ban wireless? Yeah, they did. didn't
Most tournaments ban wireless controllers. You cannot walk into a venue with a wireless controller.
they? For good reason.
For that particular reason, because you could just finish play your match, and then all of a sudden you're just sitting there, you're salty about the match that you just lost, you're sitting there shaking your controller, and the next thing you know, you hit the PS button, and there it is.
I did that to Cdjr when we used to go to VSM. Whenever I was in a pissed off mood, I would unplug my controller, I would go in the back, and I would just pause it, change it, pause it, change it, pause it, change it, turn it off in the mid match, and be like, oh fuck you, what you gonna do?
James, lifetime ban.
Right, man. And the cops called.
Cops call, lifetime ban.
Entertained.
He's gonna show you them fish sticks.
Mrjaha comes beats you.
Yo, I mean, like, Bifu, like, would you say, so if you're pre-regging, right, would you have to show your controller there or something like that, just to bring your own shit? Like, you have to, like, register a controller? I'm just asking, bring your own stuff, I mean, how do you enforce that?
I mean, even if you register it, basically that goes to show that we're also making sure that your stuff is yours.
Oh, here's the thing I'm wondering.
But
If
then that's
this is
too
a
much
good
security
solution.
checks.
If this is a good solution, though, Bifu, when two players are playing a match, you have a official observe the match, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Could it be an extra responsibility of the official to desync the controller? If they
No, it should be the players. Should be the player that takes care of that because he is supposed to be responsible for his equipment to make sure.
I agree with that. But since we're dealing with real world here, certain players are irresponsible
And absent-minded.
And absent-minded. So should that be more of the guys running the tournament enforcing so it doesn't mess up their tournament since they know players are pieces of shit. So
Okay.
Damn.
I guess we can.
Damn.
because we have to deal with the reality. Yeah.
I guess for the bracket runners, yes.
Because that does added extra so you don't get that pause. Since we know.
But the thing is, most the games that play on PlayStation 3 are mainly anime and Tekken.
Right.
So I don't know if those TOs, bracket runners, or anything like that would be willing to do something like that, but I'm pretty sure it can be enforced. Because Lord Knight, do you play on pad?
Me?
No, Lord Knight.
No, I do not.
Okay, see, most of them still play on stick.
I play hitbox, so that's not really that issue for me.
No, I play on pad.
What happened to me? But I remember one of my first tournaments in Jamaica. A guy was playing on a wireless pad, and his pad wasn't working. It was constantly pausing and shit. And I wanted to strangle him with the cord, and it's all bad. But
then you get banned from VXG.
Then you get banned.
Wrong country, nigga.
Oh, offshores.
wrong side of the Caribbean Ocean.
Wow. Wrong side, man.
Wrong side.
Come to our island and play in a tournament. Not gonna get paid, man.
Oh, Mrjaha, you're the worst, man.
I thought Jamaica was in Queens, though.
You'll get some payment, and then 7 or 8 months later down the road, you might see something else.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I know Rolando. I think Rolando will pay you, but I agree. If I was paid 6 months later, I'd be pissed.
6 months. We're in January, about to be in February.
Well, how much that now?
It's gonna be a year before we know it.
Damn.
7 months. It's 7 months now.
Damn. So, but I think he will come through and he pays you because if he wants to run another VXG, he has to pay you. So, I am confident that
there's going to be another VXG.
If there's going to be another.
Yeah.
I mean, if he already said there will be.
Yeah, he's already
apparently there's going to be another VXG because Kayani has been challenging all the American players in volleyball, saying Cdjr was ass. I'm a shitty cook. She just went nuts today. Yeah, she went nuts, man.
I saw that shit.
I was like,
you guys played volleyball? I didn't even know there was a volleyball thing.
In the pool.
I must have been sleeping. You were celebrating your birthday.
Yeah, you were celebrating. You were done.
You were celebrating your birthday. Yeah,
we were celebrating your birthday in the pool with a bunch of Ecuadorian women.
Without me.
Listen,
I yelled your name out, but I just called you Knight, so you might have missed it.
But anyway, Mrjaha, I think you know a couple of Jamaicans. They would pay you, or they'll tell you they're not fucking paying you. They would wait 7 months. They say, "Fuck you, you're not getting your money, nigga." Move your bum.
Jamaicans will probably be like, "Well, here's the thing. I have a knife. You still want to get paid?"
Oh man.
Because the knife could go somewhere that you don't want it to go.
Like, look,
they don't carry knives. First of all, they don't carry knives. They carry machetes.
Yes, because it's far more
my bad,
effective.
machetes.
Because
you could do a lot more from a distance, and they got. Let me tell you something about these Jamaican cats. They know how to lop off a limb with one swing. Like we're like we go into like us white dudes. We go into like Jason Voorhees mode. We gotta hack you like 100 times. They're like 4 slices, 4 limbs are off. No arms, no legs, and you're just a stump.
Well, the thing I like about machetes is not giving away too much is you can choose to be non-lethal with it because I can beat them with the side of it. If you say, hey, I don't want to kill this guy over that, or so it's a very versatile thing. You ever try to beat somebody with the side of a knife? Not very effective. Just saying.
Damn, that's their real talk right there, man.
All right, I think this conversation.
All right, so here, look. No more than obviously no physical contact. Period. No more than 4 people in a room. Theft is an immediate ban and prosecution.
I think I found a good way to deal with the body odor. If they know they stink, the streamer can put something so they publicly know this guy's a stinky bastard. So public.
Because you know what? This is not. Because you know what? In all seriousness, that sounds funny and it sounds cool, but you know, you don't know if they know. Because seriously, some people.
Slander.
Yeah, some
It's bullying.
That's
It's not slander.
bullying.
It's bullying.
It's bullying.
Yeah, you can't
Don't
fuck with people
bully.
like that.
But we're not.
I think-
We're not in school anymore.
Yeah,
I think the best thing I think the best thing to be done is someone from staff say, "Hey, look, I think you need to go upstairs, take a shower, come back."
That is actually a
That's not a bad
Privately,
idea.
that's
publicly.
And let me tell you something. On my drinking binges, when I've gone out on my weekend drinking adventures and had to crawl to work Monday, and motherfuckers like, dude, you smell like fucking tequila at 9 in the morning. And I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, your eyes are bloodshot and you stink like ass. And I'm like, what kind of ass though? Swamp ass or like just dirty ass? And they're like, dude, just go home. And I'm like, you know what? Thanks, dude. Because he told me it, and I didn't go on a floor at work and have a bunch of traders go, damn, that motherfucker stinks like shit. So,
No, I agree with that.
I think if it's done in that way, that's actually kind of constructive and not destructive to people's egos. And you know what? It makes people more conscious of what they're doing.
You know what I think though? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear.
That's what I think.
Dead with laugh. I watching people rush the door like bash a choco. Fun time there, time for the bus ride. Sunshine there, a time for the bus ride.
Wow.
Sunshine there, a time for the bus ride. Fun time there, a time for the bus ride.
What I think.
Oh, God.
That was beautiful.
All right, John, I have to ask, how much Jamaicans do you really know? Or are you part Jamaican? Because we have Asians. How many
Yo,
John,
man, it's
There's
Asian
Asians in
Jamaican.
Jamaica. There's Asians in Trinidad. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
tell me your history, John. Tell me.
My history? Oh, I used to listen to a lot of dance hall and shit like that.
Oh, I see.
And Jamaican. Yeah, I tried, like, yo, teach me Jamaican. And I fucking find out Jamaican is just fucked up Ebonics. Like, it's not even another language. It's like, you're just like, you talking like fucked up ass slang, and then the slang updates every like 6 months, depending upon the rhythm, man. Depending upon the new rhythm.
To be fair, it is a language. It has rules. It has rules. But I'll give you this. Dancehall artists make up new shit every week, so even I can't keep up.
make a new thing
Yeah,
every
you
2
don't say
hours.
Pony Punta no more. It's not the Pony Punta.
I can't even say the number 2 anymore. That's how bad it's gotten.
Damn.
What you talking about, Batty? What is it, Batty Boy?
Batty
How do you say
Boy.
Batty Boy?
Batty
There you
Boy.
go. I don't know
That
your
sound like a
curses.
Batty Boy there, you Batty Boy.
Something like that, but boy.
I don't know. Hearing you guys do the accent, I just can't.
I don't
hear it.
have an accent.
It's just so off. It's like, ooh.
I'm so sorry.
It's like, oh, that's so bad. Ah.
Yo, I thought Jamaica was in Queens though.
Oh, we're talking about the island, Jamaica, Queens, man.
Whole island on blast.
Oh, that
Hey
was
James, I gotta get out of here, man. I got work in like 7 hours.
All right, brother. Anytime
All right.
you want to come on, you know you're more than welcome, man.
All right, man. Take it easy, guys. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, man.
Hey, what is Russell? What is a brown dog?
A brown dog? You sure you're saying it right?
I don't know how to say it. I don't have a Jamaican
I-
accent. A fucking brown dog, you bumbleclot.
Damn.
Yeah, he's not
Oh,
saying that.
Somebody go to Google. Somebody go to Google right
Are you
now.
on blood pressure medication?
he got blood thickening, man. He's got problems over there. I got anemia.
I'm dying here, man.
I don't know. I heard one guy when I used to play soccer with Jamaican guys. He was always calling him a brown dog or some shit like that. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking
It
about.
was a nickname for him. I
Googling
never-
it.
Oh, maybe it's a nickname.
Probably it was a nickname for him because I never heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
The most
Anyway,
the common nicknames I keep hearing is Blacker or Indian. They call me that.
yeah, that.
Yo, Indian, come in the taxi, no man. So, what? I was like, there's been no Indians in my family since 5 generations ago. I don't know.
Mrjaha. Oh, that's Jamaican, dude. That's not even me, bro. Jamaican.
Oh man.
Well, there's brown dog from Urban Dictionary, but I don't think that's the definition you're looking for.
What is it?
The desire to take a shit, defecate, or indicates the urgent need to poop.
All right, well, there you go.
From Urban Dictionary.
Urgent need.
That's what it said.
That's not in my vernacular.
Oh my god.
That's not in my vernacular. Nope.
Try to say it how did they say the word brown dog with the accent? Say it with the accent.
Brown dog.
Now you got a raga song. Raga. Now we need the rhythm. Play the new rhythm.
If I ever go back to New York, I need to hang out with you, Jaha. I'm with it.
Yeah, man. Burn the ganja, man.
We need to have the next level.
All right, so now we got the hygiene thing kind of on a kind of sort of.
Yeah, I think the solution.
I think one of the staff members, like saying, "Hey, look, I think you should do something about that," but in a nice way.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say things in a nice way. So,
hey, stink ass, take a bath.
Yo, okay. Damn.
No, you be like, yo,
Okay.
you come up and say, yo, my youth, you kind of smell.
I thought Keats had the stink police at UFGT. I thought that was a thing.
Yeah, but that's
they didn't have that one guy. They had the one guy walking around with the spray.
Yeah, but that's stupid because that's going on the line of bullying. Because you don't just walk up to somebody and start spraying them. Let me tell you something.
I don't think he went that far. I don't know what
Jaha's gonna bounce me out because I'm gonna bounce the motherfucker that sprays some spray in my face if I stink.
Or better yet, what if they have an allergy or some shit? Like you fucking trigger asthma.
I don't think that guy just walked up and sprayed people. I just knew they had a stink police. You have to ask Keats.
Yo.
Maybe I'll ask Keats for you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to ask him for me because we don't get along too well. I don't know why. He's a good friend of mine. He used to be.
I'm dying here. Obvious bumble clot.
Make it happen. Go somewhere in Jamaica. Find me OBS bumble clot. He's going and he's going to Evo.
Who's going to claim that mantle now? Wow.
Obvious bumble clot.
I can't wait to see the first person.
You know what I gotta do?
I guarantee you that someone is making that name right now.
I gotta find a guy. I gotta find a white guy that has no idea what the word means, nothing about it, and I'm gonna be like, no. In Jamaica, this is like it's like saying the OBS king, and then just send them to a tournament and let them ride it out.
You know what will happen to them? They're going to get laughed to death.
The next day, he's gonna be like, James, I love that name so much, I got it tattooed on my back.
Keats the bumble clot. Oh god.
Oh, I'm dying here, man.
OBS Planet Mercy.
OBS Sawfish? Alright, I'm done.
Oh my god.
Aki and Saltfish.
Yo, OBS Aki.
Match point live, man. Make it happen. OBS bumble clot. That's you.
OBS Aki. We don't play it. We hit it.
Oh man.
We need to see somebody go to a tournament with that name. Now calling OBS Bump Clot to the stage.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's been some people have come up with some original names. I mean, I've seen guys like, we're calling Dirty Motherfucker. What? Dirty Motherfucker. And everybody's like, oh, is that me?
Oh no,
Justin Wong versus OBS Bumper Clot.
Yo, I'm putting all my money on OBS.
Now I gotta make a confession here. I made the absolute worst bet with PR Rog this weekend.
Oh.
I told PR he won't make top 8 at Evo.
Oh, what the fuck?
Which is I think I'm okay on that. It's the other half of the bet that I made. I'm gonna make top 16 with Marvel, which is impossible.
Wow.
But I'm going to do what everybody else does, mash the shit out of buttons, talk about their mother, hopefully they punch me and get DQ'd. I mean, that's all I got. That's all I got. I'm just going to be like, yo, I'm going to be like, yo, man, good luck. I fucked your mother.
All right, I think you have a bit.
Guy's gonna punch me out. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fall on the floor. You're gonna think I play for like Arsenal, man. I'm gonna lay on the floor. Oh, my back, my arm, dude. I'm a 50-year-old man. What the fuck?
Come on, dog.
My grandkids are watching.
That, man.
James, come to Bums, dude. We'll make it happen.
It's gotta happen, man. I gotta get 16.
OBS got you.
Wait,
I want to see that. I want to see James learning. At
Do I
Bum's
have
house.
to?
That would be awesome.
But do I have to abandon my team and jump on the zero wagon? I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of feeling zero lately.
Nah, you just need Virgil.
No.
You good?
Yeah,
all right.
Real
You just
talk,
need
you
Doom
Virgil.
Virgil.
Doom.
You can pick
Virgil.
Virgil
Any
Doom.
character.
Virgil Beam. You're good.
Doom, Virgil, you're done. That's it.
No, but here's the thing. I have a better plan. All right. Cool. You're still there, right?
Yeah.
You make James. You pick the same team Flux uses, right? And then when you go to the tournament,
I
you want
got you,
Flux.
yeah.
Man. You want Flux wear a hoodie, completely face obscured, and then Flux just plays in whenever your time to go.
Or you just let Flux on a wireless.
How about I just go into a tanning booth and sit there for 5 years, and then I can just play for him.
Oh Lord, that is so bad.
Flux would have to
Oh,
develop
wow.
a real Brooklyn accent.
Wow. Oh, wait. Mrjaha, you know what? I gotta play that.
David play it on the stream and has David put on you like that. Top
Yeah,
man. Ladder splash.
Now, Mrjaha, am I allowed to defend myself if a girl's on top of a ladder trying to jump on me like that?
Nah. You just gotta let it hit you with spread eagle.
I just gotta open up and be like, I gotta just let it happen, man.
Hey, but she, take off their pants midair. Come on, dude.
That would be.
Gotta respect that.
Oh God.
The top rope.
That video was informative. I mean, really, it was.
The worst part
That's
is a
very well.
whole ass video, and Jaha knows
It's like they got more technology now, so it's not as fruity with the colors.
I can't believe it. That one where he jumps off the ladder with his pants down is still funny.
No, the one where she got airborne and jumped onto just a regular folding chair with him. I'm like, wow, and that chair didn't bust.
I know, right?
Well,
He did it with such precision.
I don't know what to say anymore.
You don't want to be Jamaican anymore? No.
No,
I'm from the same place as Rolando.
What? No.
What?
No, all I'm going to say is when that video came out, when actual Jamaicans were watching it, we're pretty much saying the same thing you guys are saying. What the?
them Bubba Clat niggas was hype, man. Out of mercy.
Is anyone not entertained? Tell me, anyone who was not entertained?
Oh yeah.
I was entertained.
Fun right now.
I was entertained, but I'm also freaked out a bit.
Yeah, it was entertaining. Not my type of techniques, no, but
it brought new meaning.
I learned that Jamaicans now have sex instead of dancing when during a music video.
But you just learned that?
And it brought new meaning to breakdancing.
Well, to be fair, I'm old school, so we actually dance back then. We actually have moves, bogle and shit.
I mean, you guys weren't.
I don't think I believe you anymore.
I thought you guys invented twerking.
Technically,
No, that was some gay black dude, right?
It's always a gay black dude.
No, it's definitely a gay black dude. No, I definitely know because they had the biggest twerk in history. There was like 10,000 people just twerking. At once.
No, I think a lot of dance moves that kind of start out in Jamaica and then they get Americanized too. So
we gotta start that one dance move where the girl bends over and you act like you're scratching two turntables with some headphones on.
Oh God, help me!
All right, Jaha.
I might be forced. I might be forced back onto Twitch after this.
No, Jaha, if you really want to be entertained, you should see the dancehall queen competitions, like when the Japanese were winning.
Whoa.
Oh yeah,
The salt was
I've seen
real.
a documentary on that. Yeah.
She was getting like the real death threats.
When the Japanese were winning. Because what's her name? Fuko or something? She was pretty good. I mean, damn.
No,
all right. Go ahead.
Those Jamaican women were like freaking out when she won, though, man. She was getting like all types of crazy hate mail.
I don't know, there's certain things you shouldn't be hate mailing over, and that's not being dancehall queen. They should have.
This might be old news.
There you go. Felice, you're right. He remembered. That motherfucker wasn't Magic the Clown. That was Viscera from WWE.
Yeah, that's what they're saying in the chat. So, back on FGC stuff. You know, FGC changed, man. You used to go SRK for everything. Now, it seems like, you know, people on the Reddit and the NeoGAF, and it's just like, yeah, like a landfill of the internet. But, I don't know, did you guys check out the Cappy Awards for 2013?
I just saw those, yeah.
Most useless FGC member, Sherry Jennings. Second is Triforce.
Oh, damn.
Most useful is Spooky. Second is Ultra David. And let me go put this in the chat for you guys. And then let's see. Best match was Justin Wong versus Chris J. Evo 2013. Second was Sanford versus the World at NEC 14. And then Player of the Year, Chris G. Second is Justin Wong. Rising Star is Pie Smug. And second is Nemo. Worst FGC joke of the year, Collusion. Second, Underground Syndicate. Best FGC joke of the year is at Mike Russ, please. And second is The Beach. The Beach.
Oh man.
And then
gift of the year.
So what do you think of the list, Jaha?
What do I think of the list? I think it's hilarious. I just discovered this today.
It's hilarious. I'm kind of glad I was up for one of these.
You say you dodged bullet, Bifu?
Yeah, I dodged a bullet because I was pretty much the most hated person last year.
Flux well, not hated enough. Not hated more than Sherry and Triforce.
I'm proud of my performance in that GIF.
What which GIF was that?
Oh yeah, the gifts are Marn. Streamer of the year is Spooky. Second is Aqua Silk. Stream moment of the year is Amago-san and Mike Cage Crusher Ross when he broke the cage as CEO.
Oh.
Best tournament Evo and then Curly Mustache. But Curly Mustache is like a series though. Yeah, worst tournament VXG. Second place votes include UFGT 9, the Full Classic, and Your Mom 69.
Let me just go back a second. Hey, Russell. This dance move that I'm putting on here, is this a common move in Jamaica?
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, I've seen that shit.
Let me see. Oh, that's funny. I was about to put that up. Yeah.
That's just hella old, but
Where is it? Show me.
It's on the stream.
It's on the stream. He's playing. It's a.
Yeah,
it's a GIF.
I'm waiting on the stream to catch up. Probably.
Oh, okay.
Should be playing for you now.
They should be playing.
Yeah, they do that.
He's in Jamaica. It's a little slow.
Yeah.
It's a little slow getting down there.
They do that on stage.
She got body though.
Oh yeah. She got X Factored off the fucking stage.
nah, snapback, yo.
Yeah, she got
snapback.
The biggest comeback was Daigo still proves that he's the beast by 10-0ing everybody, and Justin Wong versus Chris G. Kotaku Award goes to Noel Brown incident. Second place.
I don't know if they should have awarded that.
Kotaku Award.
Yeah. I don't.
Kotaku Tops Award.
Yeah, they should have done that.
And then second place includes Nintendo Smash Brothers C&D and Pars KOF review. Best commentator Yipes. Second Ultra David. Worst commentator WCG Esports commentator. Second Jessica Nagiri. Blow up of the year Funding Nemo. Second is Daigo 10-0ing everybody. And then
correction, Jessica Nagiri's tits.
Best Kappa post is trolling of F Champs and the trolling of F Champs, and second is what do you call Noel Brown cross Sherry Jennings.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Man.
Damn.
Can't believe they had an actual vote for all this shit, dude. That's crazy.
I think certain things they shouldn't jump into because it's kind of making light of or glorifying
bad stuff. Yeah.
They really make her fun.
Totally agree.
I mean, again, I know everybody's, the trolls like to call me a cancer to the scene or whatever the hell they do, but you know what? I ain't never done 99% of this shit. I mean, and it's about time people actually start to say, it's easy to say it though, Having the shit
Cartoon
put into
force.
action is where the issue really lies. I mean, if nobody's going to, I could sit and, I could say I'm fucking Grandpa James and I'm here to preach to you and tell you what to do. But if you ain't going to do it, I'm just wasting my breath. And you guys want this scene to become something. Honestly, I do this for shits and giggles. Tuesday night is my entertainment night for myself. I try to give some real lessons to people because, I don't want to see people fucking end up fucking like a moron like I did, wasting 10 years chasing imaginary money. But reality is, if this is going to grow, it's only going to grow through something like this, of people putting a set of rules that shouldn't be made to feel like, oh, well, you're dampening the grassroots. No, be cool to the guy that you're playing with. Don't be an asshole. Don't go to events and belittle somebody because their last name ain't Justin, isn't Wong or fucking or Ortiz or PR or Gonzalez. Treat the next guy like he's your friend, because reality is this: and I said this earlier, you're all geeks, including Mrjaha. You're a geek. You play video games.
I'm an alpha Asian.
Wow. Oh wow.
I'm sorry, James. I can't be a geek. I have a rep to keep.
Okay, so anyway, all right. Well, I'll keep it on the down low. But even though we all come from different lifestyles and whatnot, we basically have one common goal. We're no different than Trekkies.
That is fair. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
And
we don't.
And this is the spot where our Trekkie version get to hang out. We're fortunate enough to get more than 2 conventions a year, and you guys have to actually start trying to police yourself. Who's this? Oh God.
But totally agree.
But James, will the egos of the TOs be able to form this authority? I don't know how.
Well, my critique would be that authority, it need not be centralized every time.
Okay.
Not every time. How do you guys feel about that?
This is Occupy Wall Street? Come on, dog.
I think it should just be a council. That's it. And it's an odd number so that this way
it's guaranteed to go through.
It's guaranteed to go one way or another, and that be that.
But all right, the thing I'm wondering is, I think somebody also said it. I think we have too many majors. I think we should just have both fighters.
We've been saying that for a long.
Yeah, we had that discussion with Sanford a couple weeks ago.
As I said, we should have more locals.
Yeah.
And have fewer majors, and then you'll have all your big name players coming, because they won't have to spend as much money.
Well, they're still gonna have to spend money. It's just you expect a major. A major should have more of a payout.
Mm-hmm.
Than
they
say
should have
region.
the bigger sponsors and all the other stuff. Like DTN to me felt more like a local than a major, because no one came out from anywhere else but New York.
But keep in mind, it was also the first run of it. Now, I think if they turn around, now that they did defend the North, basically the North put their line in the sand and basically said, ain't none of you motherfuckers going to come across here. Now, I hope next year, the EG guys are like, yo, fuck this. We're going to fucking take their shit. They're one tournament in New York that's considered a major, which was a great event. Like I said, I have no complaints about that event at all. And then that way, maybe it can grow, and actually New York has a major. Because as it is right now, 3 in Philly, 1 in Atlanta, 1
in North Carolina,
1 in Florida,
and we got 1 in Boston.
And 1 in Boston. That's it. But that's also 7.
No, but I agree with you. But as you said, I still think you said you need fewer majors, but you have to have them strategically placed. So
wait, we forgot the couple that happened in New Jersey, because there's ECT and then there's Apex. But Apex is already considered.
Yeah, so you got those 2 Jersey ones too. So you're now up to 9.
But to be fair, I don't even think I'm not saying Smash is not a fighting game, but Apex is almost like a thing to itself, just because of the Smash people.
Yeah, Apex is basically the Evo for Smash. That's the way you got to look at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, I think I heard PR Rock talking about it. I don't 100% agree with it, but maybe we should reduce the amount of games
At
in
tournaments?
these major. Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
I feel the same way, but the thing is, most TOs want to have a certain amount of games to guarantee that they get a certain amount of people registering for these games.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, it always
So
comes down
it's
to the
very
attendance
technical to
numbers.
register, yeah, it's impossible to do that. You're killing yourself by doing that.
Yeah.
What I guess the major complaint is the disorganization. Fewer games, more tight the ship runs.
No, he just wants to go home early. That's all. It's to a point where it feels like if you're waiting to, let's say he's top 8, right, and he has to wait for the other games to like kind of take place. You know what I'm saying? So he can be able to play his top 8 and be done with for the day. Like it's kind of tiresome for them because they're like they don't play the game, so they gotta literally wait for the game to come up so they can top 8. You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
You know, that's just pretty much what he's trying to say. You know.
Oh,
But-
so you believe then the TOs are more than capable of running multiple games, keeping on time?
No, they could do it. It's just the matter of putting a lot of authority into like making sure the games are being run smoothly without any problems. Because you're always gonna have hiccups in tournaments. Because you always there's going to be something that you can't foresee. Like DTN had like 2 power outage.
Great.
But that wasn't his fault.
Nah, it was only one power outage. The other one was just someone hitting the switch. That's all it was.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah. Wasn't that bad of an issue.
Yeah.
Apex
A lot of people
didn't
made it
have that
a big deal.
much of an issue.
Yeah.
And things like that. And given the fact that we've learned from like past mistakes normally, because I sit in on some of these meetings whenever they go to see some of these venues, that conversation does come up for power drops and different things like that. So we can actually carry out a tournament as well as internet and things like that.
All right.
I think, but then again, I think looking at how the game industry is going with fighting games in particular, I think we might not have to worry about there being too many fighting games playing. Since after Guilty Gear comes out, I don't really see any other fighting games coming out.
Trust me, there'll be more fighting games. There'll be more fighting games.
Street Fighter is kind of fucked up.
Not that
Okay, wait. Soul Calibur comes out next month. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's a single player thing.
I'm pretty sure that's a single player, or is it gonna actually have?
It's a single player thing. It's kind of like action adventure. Ooh, let me put something that will fit on sticks properly. That type of game. Yeah.
Dynasty Warriors.
But I'm pretty sure that there is another Tekken coming out this year.
Not this. I don't think so.
Oh, wait, are they still doing Street Fighter versus Tekken?
No.
You mean Tekken?
Tekken Cross Street Fighter? No, they probably scrapped it. Just haven't announced it officially.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, one of the new characters in Tekken like throws a fireball, so maybe they're testing.
They're working on it. That's what I think.
Yeah, they're still fucking with that meta and playing with it a little bit and see how it works in the game.
She's not that bad.
If you ask me, it is looking kind of bleak because you got the new Street Fighter AE coming out in the summer.
That's
when Evo is in the summer, so
right. Yeah, but I mean, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. It's just like, you know what goes on in the summer. It's freaking Evo, and it's just really
coming up.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, there's enough time between like Evo and the launch if they get it out like what they say it's supposed to come out.
You need
It's only a month. It's 1 month exactly.
Because if there's something broken, people are gonna jump on the first broken thing, and then fucking if the tournament is next month, then you don't really lose that quality. Like you only won because that shit was fucking gimmicky day one, but we already found the tech beyond that.
That's what's gonna come down to Evo. First the gimmick.
Hold up though. 2011. How long did it take them to patch Yun? A whole fucking year. So 1 month versus 6 months, really for Capcom time, ain't gonna make much of a difference.
I have a funny feeling since Combo Fiend has a lot of input on this, and not being biased, but I like Combo Fiend's style of play because he's more rush down. I think Ultra is going to be less gimmicky and more hard reads. Just hoping, could be that. And I'm almost pretty certain that new character is going to be a grappler. She's going to be a black chick who's a doll who fast walk speed grappler. I wonder how that's going to work, but we'll see what.
What?
In Ultra.
Grappler Beyonce? What?
Yeah, Grappler Beyonce.
Fuck out of here.
I'm pretty sure because the
Pretty
guy,
awesome, actually.
the guy who predicted the character before Ono said it was female, before the doll speculation, there was some dude that truth.
No, because the character has never been in fighter. It's the debut of the fighting game. Never, ever been in a fighter.
Yo, they said never in a
fighter. Period. No fighter. Period. Ever been a fighter. Ever been a fighter.
That's what I'm saying. She's going to be a Cammy doll prop, and I saw the little drape over the thing they're hiding. It must be her because she's the only bitch with the afro. So it's going to be a bitch with the afro. And far as I know, she likes to break things. So she's going to be a fast walk speed grappler.
What if it's a Chichiman?
Sharkeisha.
Oh,
no, I must say it's a Chichiman.
Sarkeisha.
Mrjaha, I'm going to have to kill you now.
I just want to put on some raga and dance, man.
I mean, further. But if she's a big black bison doll,
stick it up.
Oh, God.
Wow.
The fuck?
Mrjaha, when I go to New York, I'm going to have to beat you. I'm going to laugh and then I'm going to kill you.
Pull out some fucking stones and start cooking some Jamaican jerk, dude.
Oh, damn.
Man, I'm hungry. Real talk, though.
Yo.
Well, I need this for some jerk pork, though.
This is. I want.
Is it bad? I'm just imagining like home shit with hot comb wreckers.
Wow.
Yo, I'm like, I just heard like big fro. I was like, how would you keep that straight in a video game? A big ass hot comb.
No. I think she's one of the few black chicks with natural hair, so I'm going to use her.
Oh, damn.
God damn.
I'm going to use her.
One character.
That would be Ultra 1. Natural hair, fake hair, Ultra 2.
One surprise character.
Weave 2.
One surprise character and not, just all like cross Tekken patch overs and shit. It's not that exciting, I don't think. People aren't too excited about that.
I was going to ask you about that since you're a fellow Tekken player. I've played with Elisa. I don't think she's broke. She seems pretty fair.
Yeah,
she's alright. I think she's a fair addition.
Mm-hmm.
But have you been playing Tekken Revolution? Because it got that arcade-ish feel. Because I get very upset when I run out of tokens.
Oh, I stopped. I stopped playing when Revolution came out. I just played like Tag 2, so I really don't know too much about it.
See, I just don't like Tag 2. I don't like Tag in general.
I like Revolution because people rely on invincible attacks and then they're so unsafe on block. And I've seen, maybe because I have a Jamaican connection, I get a lot of Mexicans and they get very upset with me.
Charlie Holmes, get away! Charlie Holmes, what the
yeah, they type in broken English and say,
No way, man.
stop spamming moves! And I say,
fucking Hoto.
yeah, they're like, stop spamming moves, and they spell spam wrong. And they say, learn to block. Oh, it's so funny.
I think I do. I like Tekken Revolution.
You like it?
Yeah.
I think it's a fun game.
I mean, obviously, you know I use Paul.
You use Paul?
Yeah, I've always used Paul.
I think the only person,
the white guy.
I only have one problem with Tekken Revolution. 1 bar laws. 1 bar laws are like the worst thing ever. Because they do a dragon tail and you can't do shit about it. Because you can't react. 1 bar laws make me feel like maybe humanity does not deserve to live. That's how I feel about 1 bar laws. I'm like, fucking hell, man. You could be on a 50 winning streak and you book a 1 bar law. And you get fucking dragged.
Wow. All right, Dan, back to the dichotomy.
All right.
Yeah, go again. Yeah, man.
Okay, so back to the dichotomy. We've worked off of we got the hygiene thing down to a civil way of actually people that are working the event would pull the person on the side and be like, yo, not for nothing.
#, wash your ass.
Damn.
Yo, okay.
As I said, without the embarrassing.
Car wash station and shit will drag
As
me
I
too.
said, as the night goes on, now we're like turning into the bullies again.
Yo, but dichotomy. Online reg only. Can this shit please happen?
No, it can't. No, it can't. No. You know why it can't happen? Because you're going to lose a lot of players, and I want the TOs to make as much as they can. Because that way they keep having events.
The thing is, like, for me, like, I feel like on emergency registration, which is basically you come Friday, Saturday when registration is going on, that should be higher. It shouldn't be like no $50. It should be like $70 or $80 and whatnot. Because the thing is,
you might as well tell them no because I don't think
no. The reason why,
damn, he said put it rate prices. Fuck that.
Put it up because the thing is, you could have saved yourself a shit ton of money and a whole lot of headaches for us, who basically run the tournament. On top of that, by us having, like, let's take a situation like DTN that started 3 hours later.
Yep.
Because registration was supposed to end at 11. It ended at 1. Now, mind you, 3 hours later. So that means the whole other schedule is going out of whack, which means we're going to end up staying up there later, which means we're probably going to get charged more for staying later.
So I hear what you're saying, Beef, but the other problem is, don't the people who usually break these late attendance rules are some of the top players?
No. A lot of them who break those rules are a lot of the top players, and a lot of them.
They didn't let me enter DTN. I stayed home. I was gonna be late. I stayed home. They said I couldn't enter.
Oh, okay.
So I stayed home. They don't mess around. Or maybe my Hollywood level is that high.
Remember, Lord Man, I said top players. You know, does it?
Yeah, because Chris G does it all the fucking time. Nothing against Chris G, but he does that shit all the fucking time.
Chris G pre-registers sometimes.
No, but for the most part, he straight up says, I registered. I didn't even register. I'm packing like last minute. Like he always tells people on Facebook and Twitter.
And that's a problem within this community, that nobody likes to plan ahead. Because this is what I love. A tournament could be in Philly. It could be Winter Brawl. Okay? Winter Brawl is from the 21st to the 22nd. On the 19th, you'll start seeing statuses on Facebook. Yo, I want to go to Winter Brawl. Anybody got room in the car?
I know.
Anybody got room in their room?
Oh, yeah, Lord Knight. I was just joking. I'm joking. I'm just joking.
Man, I was about to say I just won 30 games in a row of Kokonoha and I'm about to go to sleep. That's why I was conducting a literal experiment for everyone of how good Kokonoha is, and I did not lose a single game today.
But FGC standard of all tournaments, they never start on time.
They will never start on time.
Never, ever. Even my local shit, I always tell my TOs that I know real closely, you know, and I always tell them, I go, I don't care what y'all do, y'all will never start on time. They look at me like I'm crazy. I'm just like, no, you will never start on time. Just deal with it. That's just what it is.
It's like, just impossible.
It's possible. No, it's possible.
No, it's possible, but the probability is not high enough with the people that are in this community. Like real shit.
It's just a simple fact of executing on all levels, execution wise. People don't do it. Players don't want to register on time. They want to show up late. They want to show up the day of. You'll have a line of like 200 people just waiting there to register, and it's like, why the fuck didn't you do this before? Well, I didn't know I was coming.
Wait.
But some people don't.
Yeah, I've been that person sometimes, but not every tournament that I've been to.
Friday night, I decided to drive up to Toronto.
Like Evo, like this past Evo, I was like that, like up to like right before registration was almost over, and I was just like, God dang, I was barely looking to make that.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. But if let's say, for example, you had emergency reg opens like the night before. But you lock that shit down so day of you can have the brackets ready to go. The whole point being, it's like the argument of time, whatever, that's fucked up. It's whatever, it's what it is. But people saying, for example, they don't have credit cards and that. You're gonna tell me that you can go to a convenience store and walk right past a PayPal prepaid card, walk past a cash card, and you could sit there, you could spend your money online just as easy as you would cash. Using a whole bunch of different methods. You're gonna tell me that is itself a problem, which I've been hearing for the last like for a long time now about just pre-reg in general. Like I don't have a bank account, I don't have a credit card. That's some bullshit. And I mean, people not knowing if they're gonna come. To be fair, if you don't know if you're gonna come, then that's on you. Straight up, you know, I mean, it's fucked up.
That's 90% of them. That's 90% of them. You'll get registration for 10% of the people who know that they're coming. You know why? Because they sit there and they plan ahead. Too many of these guys live a spontaneous type of lifestyle, and it's not good.
But I live my life only a quarter mile at a time, man.
Whatever.
Yo,
guys, hold on a second. Guys, hold on a second. Guys, hold on a second. I would like to introduce the next guest, none other than the Emperor.
Mr. Triforce.
Yes.
Do not, still to this moment, do not understand what happened, and most importantly, why. Some of you may believe that I'm actually happy that this happened, but in reality, I actually am not.
You're talking about order? Or
It's sad that this has happened, and it's going to continue to happen. And I've read the numerous comments from event hubs to NeoGAF to Twitters to Facebooks as to what people are looking as to why it happened.
I'm trying to figure out what is he talking about.
He's talking about
AGE.
Whoa, Bifu.
Kokonoe too.
Bifu. You're not listening. They're watching me.
Thank you, James.
They're watching me.
Now look.
Our Lord has returned.
It's nothing personal.
Okay.
It has always been strictly business.
Yeah.
Good night.
No, we knew that though.
We knew that, Triforce. Come on, man.
Triforce, we knew that though. I knew this was coming.
He's gone.
Is that really the end of what he has?
Moses has spoken.
Okay, wait.
Where's David Hayter? Give me a new picture.
Oh my god.
Did Triforce just drop mic on us?
Yeah, he just dropped the mic. He came in here. He did this whole speech, and then he leaves. Because like James said, they're watching him.
All right, I'm
Dude, we
out.
just got
I'm
straight
out
up
after
John
that.
Madden
That's
here.
crazy. That was too much.
Was that about global warming? Seriously?
Man, that was awesome.
Oh man, I love
What the
this.
fuck?
It's just straight up business. Done. Just fucking leaves.
What is it, New Jack City? What the fuck is going on here?
Am I my brother's keeper?
Are you your brother?
Yes,
Yo,
I am,
listen,
brother Triforce.
When Moses came down from the mountain, he was just like, motherfuckers, here's 10 fucking commandments. I'm out. And that's just what he
The
did.
Reverend Triforce.
He's just giving us one of his commandments. That's all. He's saying it's business.
Either way,
The Triforce
I never
is down
served him.
upon you.
let's get back into this subject.
Anyway, back to apparatus.
The apparatus of the community and the cognitive of such.
We haven't actually discussed the apparatus to implement these things, but I love what I'm hearing though.
Yo.
Well, you know what it is. As long as the dichotomy grows with us, and we avoid getting into too many schisms, we should be able to actually implement this.
But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the dichotomy of centralized authority versus, decentralized authority. We're actually talking about it. We just don't have the means yet, but we'll get there.
My brothers.
Getting pro-hose insurance.
That's going backwards.
Oh, I thought he was back.
Whoa. My brothers, I have the answer to this. The answer is the Ranbat. The simple thing is, everyone's bitching about regions and talking about locals versus majors and all that shit. Basically, I was thinking about this whole thing before about creating a ranking system so majors actually matter, and so it becomes actually a larger annual circuit going towards something instead of just being one event each week. And as long as we can sit there and say, if you come out, so let's say Battle Circuit every week, you earn points towards a regional ranking, which then can transfer to qualifiers instead of saying this random ass event 1 week is going to be a qualifier for X tournament.
Yeah, who's pouring water?
Who the fuck's Brian Bacon? Turn that shit off.
Get the Jamaican joke off the stone.
Fuck you, pussy boy. Cooking my banana, man.
Jaha, put that in a steel drum. Get it right.
Put the gherkin down.
He's over there cooking it up.
Alright, so, hey, yo, King of Solis, what's up, man?
Yo, what's good, everybody?
What's up, Kevin?
Shit.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, Josh?
These two knuckleheads.
Hey.
Niggas about to start cooning.
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 What the fuck?
Either way.
What shit is this?
We're on the verge of building our FGC Bill of Rights, and
What are y'all, apartment shit?
I feel the whole pre-registration thing, that's the way it should go. Pre-registration be like $40, $50, whatever the hell it is. If you want to do that shit at the door, $70, $80.
So you're willing to go double the money?
One thing I do agree. If they enforce it, I mean across the board, people start pre-registering. They'll start.
People will pre-register. You know why? Because they want to play these games.
They'll start pre-registering.
I don't want to hear.
I also think you're going to lose people.
I don't want to hear that these guys ain't got no money and this, that, and the other because they're out buying every damn thing else.
But thing is, though, this community is poor as hell, dog.
Hold up. But James, even if you lose people at the door reg for one event or so, once they get caught with their ass out, they're gonna eventually learn that if they don't want to pay $80, $90, that they'll have to pre-reg.
Yeah, these TLs, they're being real soft with them. They're like, okay, whatever. And then when the tournament runs late, this tournament was running late because they couldn't get their act together. And they said, no, because half y'all motherfuckers come in late, want to come in Sunday morning, Saturday morning trying to register for freaking Street Fighter, even though there's like over 140 some odd people in there already. Now, these guys got to go in there and redo brackets.
Well, now here's the thing: would less majors be a big factor to solving that?
Yeah, people tend to plan better with less majors.
We need to stop calling a lot of these tournaments majors. They're not all majors. I mean, they might.
I perfectly agree with you.
They attract players from other regions because of the person who's actually running the event.
All right. Well, I got two questions. One, would less majors mean would less tournaments considered as majors mean more money for those pot? In your opinion?
No.
Go ahead. Explain why. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the reason why. A lot of these tournaments don't really have much pot bonuses. I don't know if you realized it.
I'm pretty sure we realized it.
A lot of them don't have pot bonuses. So even if you were to lessen it, a lot of these sponsors aren't trying to be like, okay, well, look, here's 10 grand. Spread it among the 5 games, and then that's that. So that's 2 grand per game. No company's doing that. They're not even putting up 5,000.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of TOs putting pop bonuses out of their own pockets, straight up.
Exactly. So be thankful that some of these TOs are actually taking money out of their pocket and doing this.
All right.
But another thing that you guys got to remember is that FGC is not really an attractive scene, which is kind of the reason why sponsors are like, you know what? You can use our logo. Here's $500 and that's it.
And maybe a booth here and there. Other than that, y'all can eat a dick. Like real shit.
Or here's some product that you can possibly give to winners.
Have fun.
So okay.
Head crones and a stick. That's it.
That's why honestly, when you were talking about AGE going down, I think that's kind of the reason. Not necessarily. It's not really FGC's fault that it's just not much stuff to sell to us.
And let me ask you this. How much product beyond Markman selling some sticks? What other products are actually selling?
Other than a t-shirt, there's nothing else really.
Headsets.
And headsets, that's it.
Those HE headsets. If you go to a tournament, any FGC tournament, you'll see at least 30 of those headsets.
Yeah.
You can just spot.
It wasn't enough money for AGE though.
It's not enough money. Because we tried.
You'll see 30 headsets on Chris G alone.
The biggest sellers at...
Oh, damn.
Remember at SCR how he had 4 of them? And that was like the weekend that the black ones came out? So he had 2 black ones and 2 white ones on?
That dude was wild.
Hi. Yo. What I'm saying, really though, I mean, seriously, the biggest thing you see selling at FEC events is cheap beer and cheap-ass food. That's basically it. We don't...
Niggas be living off of that chickens, dog. Yo,
that's sponsor Popeye.
Yo.
North, yo.
Oh my god.
No,
To
that's
be
true.
fair,
Like,
all
I'm
right.
not
To be
having
fair,
fun.
I don't even think it's certain negative aspects of the FGC that cause it. I mean, outside the Noel incident, but I think if somehow there was more big tit, big ass fighting game girls in the thing there, you'd see sponsors just fall over the place because they know that would bring in the horny demographic. But
Bullshit, we already got enough.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
And we
You
still
like
have
really
to
what
follow
solves
them
it?
pros every time. We
man.
see a big
Oh,
fucking
now
city
come
pro,
on now.
pro.
Hey,
Let's
none of
stop.
that, none of that, none of that,
Come
none of
on,
that.
man.
Watch that.
no, I'm
Enough
not saying
pro
pro
stuff.
hose or anything like that. But I'm
No,
just saying
I'm not.
if you had a player,
Many times.
if you
I'm
had a
just saying,
player,
like, every time a girl's here, they always shoo them away.
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm just
Very
saying
true.
if there was a good female player other than Karen, let's say there were several of them,
She's the
you'd
best.
magically find that would magically get more sponsors because they realize sex sells.
David,
Hey, I gotta stop you
She
there.
could be the best street. She could beat Diago 10-0
Mm-hmm.
and have like the biggest natural tits and in the freaking world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Monsters would still chew her out.
No, the monsters will chew them out, but the monsters don't matter. We're talking about the monsters who are too busy masturbating to type.
That's talking about people who do that.
Hold on. Dave, you missed the whole three major points. First of all, DTN, that water was gone in like 2 seconds. The thirst is too real already. Second thing, right? Dude beating off ain't buying anything, so why the hell would a sponsor even care? So like,
it's very true. Sponsors can come to an event and they can sell but like 10% of their stuff that they bring there. And a lot of times they don't want to bring that stuff back. So what do they end up doing?
Sell it for dirt cheap.
Either selling it for dirt cheap or just giving it away.
Giving it away.
Wholesale.
Ain't none in this world free.
You're right.
They're gonna sell mad high and they ain't gonna make no money because we rather give our money to players who already make money.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, think about this way: the stuff that we use like, for the FGC don't break.
Right.
Sanwa JLFs don't break too easily. You really have to fuck them up. Same with buttons last forever. Sticks, unless you fuck them up, don't really break. A monitor, I mean, hell, if you got one of those Asus monitors, you're good for like 5-6 years.
I throw my Asus monitors all over the place. I've flown to St. Martin 4 times with these damn monitors and nothing has happened
to them.
Yeah. Like we're not exactly a group of repeat customers here, so it's like, as James said, PC gamers, they break shit. They just do. Stuff wears out. Yeah, you have to upgrade. You don't have to upgrade an Xbox
I
too
don't know how
fast.
those PC gamers do that because I played StarCraft and I still have my rickety ass mouse, works just fine.
Yeah, but let me ask you this. How much memory you have in your PC right now?
8 gigabytes.
Why not 16?
Hold up. See,
why not 32?
Why not 32? What kind of video card you got in your PC right now?
I think I'm a bit old school right
So
now.
am I. But my point is, upgrade your video card. There's things for you to do, whether it's broken or not. It's irrelevant.
The thing is, though, too, the PC cost is different.
Maybe you know what? You have a point because maybe I don't understand because I'm pretty damn cheap. Unless the upgrade is damn necessary.
Yeah, but if you buy this video card, you get an extra 4 frames a second, which is enough to just give you that little bit of an edge that you need, so your fucking Zergs can get in and take care of shit.
Well, better than that,
BenQ monitor.
Yo, are you sponsored by BenQ or something, man?
Who, me?
Yeah,
I'll tell you this right now. Asus made a great monitor like a few years back.
Yeah.
That monitor has been ceased in production for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
So you tell me I bought the last one or something?
we must move on. Okay.
Yo,
BenQ makes some of the best monitors out.
Oh yeah. I have a
my monitor still works. Why would I need to buy another one?
I'm not saying that. No. You gotta understand. I'm not saying if your monitor works, you still need to go buy out this BenQ. We have a bunch of people who have this mindset that, I'm not playing on anything unless it's an Asus.
Yeah.
Your word. It's mad dumb.
That is true.
Yeah, it is dumb.
Like, I mean, to be fair, like you can get a 27-inch BenQ for like $200. That doesn't lag, has amazing color depth, and I mean, shit, I'm running right now for all my games.
It has better color, better everything.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just speaking from the perspective of a guy who says, unless my shit's broke, I'm not going to really buy a next shit.
No, that's
You know what I mean?
fine.
Yeah,
That's fine. But you got people like who ask questions. Like I'll tell you, like I had this argument with someone a couple weeks ago. He's all like, "Oh, I need to get a new monitor." I was like, "Yo, just go ahead and spend the money and get a BenQ." He's like, "Oh, why? Why are you telling someone to get that? If they play fighting games, they should get an Asus." I'm like, "Where the hell is?"
Because that's
Where the
been
fuck
the
is it coming
standard
from?
for a hot minute. That's why.
It's been
That's
standard, but the thing is,
say
we
it's an industry
stay with
standard.
this mentality that the VH236 is the monitor that we need to get.
Word.
That monitor has
guys, I got a quick breaking news. So I'm gonna put you on hold for 1 second, run this, take a piss, and come back.
All right.
Oh boy.
All right.
The world's most winning video game team, certified by Guinness Book of World Records, also known as Empire Arcadia. Like anybody in gaming, there are those casual players, and then there are those who really aim to be the best.
Empire Arcadia means a lot to me because I feel like Empire Arcadia has what, helped me open my eyes to the gaming industry. It's not, with restraint to how I'm gonna feel, because I'm definitely not one of those gamers where I feel a certain way. I want you to teach me because I want to be the best.
I believe that gamers nowadays have it a lot easier than when I was growing up. The more people, the more competition. So hopefully these people take notes and, study, cultivate their games to the level that they want to be at.
When you start looking at it in a career sense, those who have invested a lot of time in it and who have kind of the natural knack for it. There's people that pick things up a lot quicker than others.
Where I see the group from where we are at this point in time, take the organization from a bunch of ragtag image that people might have of them and take the image and show the world where we can go.
Champion is 90% mentality, 10% of it is the work that you put in. Now the work can be strenuous, the work can be hard, but if you don't believe it, if you don't believe you can win and off the actual game field, if you don't believe that you can do it, you're not gonna.
I want to be the best at every Smash game, but an even greater goal I have, I would like to eventually be able to help with the design, particularly the engine of the future Smash games, so that I can appeal to both casual and hardcore gamers.
Empire Arcadia, which is pretty much well known through the fighting game scene, which is the fighting game community. Now we're going into the esports structure of things, and I used to play for fun, but now I think it's just time to take it to that next level.
Oh, he's so Pringles. Where your curly mustache at? Beat Mac freaking Nino. Where your curly mustache at?
I've been doing it pretty much for like 6 years. What interests me the most is all the new cats that come up, because I was one of those new cats at one point. Everybody that come up that I see potential, that can help us grow as a scene. I mean, in terms of like the East Coast, we got the East Coast, West Coast going. I'm pretty much trying to keep the rivalry alive in terms of that.
We had a goal, and that goal was to become the #1 winning team and forge our first dynasty in competitive gaming. And the fact that we're here, in hindsight, when I look at it, I'm like, are you kidding me? Whether it was head-to-head or setting scores, that's really where we're from. Empire Arcadia has made it a mission to support those scenes, those leagues, those circuits, and everything under the competitive umbrella. Esports is the future.
My name is Jason Zimmerman.
My name is Kevin Landon.
My name is Philip Christopher Atkinson.
My name is Samantha.
Michael Mendoza.
My name is Triforce.
And I am a professional gamer.
I am a gamer.
And I am a gamer.
And I am a gamer, but also a champion.
And most importantly, I'm a gamer.
And I am a gamer.
Try to bring me down, but I got Almighty One on my side, holding it down. It's time I moved on, bigger things, bigger contenders. Get this paper from winning matches and money spenders. Motion picture type, so what's it gonna be? You're tuned in the new world of Street Fighter 3. So I moved on, now my life is much better. On to bigger things, but we hustle forever. We cut your life short, cause you thought you was clever. It's all about the family, we stay silent forever. Yo, I moved on, now my life is much better. Now we yours.
All right, now let me bring everybody back in. All right, now what I want to know is this: before Triforce's return, Moses has come back down from Mount Arafat, but
Yes.
before he talks, I want to know this. Now, you seen the now look, you guys see the production value, you see the message that's being conveyed.
Lord of mercy.
Does this scene steer away from this, or do they try to embrace this? Because this goes to the point of what we were saying earlier about sets of rules.
Lord, the scene does not understand the message that Pastor Triforce is bringing for us.
I gotta say something real quick. Triforce,
Right.
you look like
T Diddy,
the P Diddy of gaming, dog. Like
T Diddy, yo.
Boy, here we go.
Who's gonna die first, though?
In Hollywood as fuck, and you nailed it. I give you that, though.
P Diddy with the power
those,
glove.
Zelda pins, those are awesome, man. I love
I'm
that.
calling you Try Diddy now, like, bro.
Yes.
But in a seriously here, guys, is this because we all just sat here talking about stink asses and violence and trying to clean up the scene? Is this the direction people want to go? Do they want this to get to that level, or do they want to just say, like, like I consistently say, like, just go to have fun? Like, to me personally, I'd have to stay in my room and drink all night.